Hello 7th and 8th grade violinists. This is Skill Builder 15 and today we're going to keep working through a day at Disneyland starting at measure 143. This small section of 4 measures is the transition in between the best time of your life and the next tune that we're learning today, Yo-Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me. You actually don't play for these 4 measures other than your first note, which is just the ending of the previous section. But I did want to point out to you that in measure 143, the time signature changes to 6/8. We have all become pretty comfortable playing in this time signature over the last several months, but something that even the high schoolers got tripped up with is how to count those rests. So you have 3 measures of multi-measure rests there at measure 144 actually, and a lot of the high schoolers were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, like we do in a 4/4 measure. In 6/8, remember we're doing 2 big beats, so it'll be 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, and then you play. So you don't want to be late. Make sure you are counting those rests the correct way. But that's all we needed to talk about in those measures. Let's move to measure 147. Now the big thing you'll notice here is that the key signature changes. We go from having 1 sharp to having 1 flat, a B flat. And normally I would be a little bit concerned about middle schoolers tackling this key signature, but you guys have actually proven to me that you can do something even more challenging. We're playing another piece with the band and chorus that has 2 flats. So if you can do that, this should be a piece of cake. So as we're playing through this section, we're thinking not only are all of my F's and C's natural, we normally think about those as sharp notes, but they're natural now, but also all of my B's are flat. That means I'm going to have a low first finger on the A string, and it also means if I'm playing 2 fingers on G, it will be a low 2, okay? Other than that, this is not too bad at all. You should be able to pick this up pretty quickly. Let me play for you measure 147 all the way to the end of 150. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ready, and here I go. Now, if you are familiar with this melody, The Pirate's Life, you may say, that sounds like a really strange version of that melody. You actually have the harmony, so this isn't supposed to sound like the part that you would sing, so don't worry that it sounds a little bit funky. When you put it together with the melody, it's going to sound correct. So you just heard me play it. How about you play it with me now from 147? Set that low 2 down on the D string. Ready, and here we go. B flat, low 2. Excellent. Listen to 151 to the end of 154. It sounds like this. Try it with me. Set that low 2 down for F natural. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready, and here we go. Excellent. Let's back up to 147. We'll put this all together. Go ahead and play with me from there with that F natural. Ready, and here we go. F natural. Excellent. Then we have 2 measures of rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in measure 157, you have a B natural on the G string. This might kind of trick you a little bit, but just remember that the high 2 note on G is B natural. So this is a high 2, followed immediately by an F natural, so a low 2 on the D string, and then an E. So that might trick you. It's a high 2 with a low 2 right next to them. They're actually slurred notes, and so you have to be really, really quick with that second finger. Okay, now we've just entered the first ending, which means we would have to go back and play 147 again. But before we do that, let's do it one more time with the first ending. So I'm going from 147 all the way to the end of the first ending. And I'm going to go a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ready, and here we go. Here's F natural. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, here we go. Excellent. Then we would go back to 147, play that all again, and go to the second ending. Again, you might be thinking, well, my second ending is exactly the same as the first ending. What's the point of that? Other sections, other instruments in this piece have a different second ending. And if you didn't have one, if you just had a repeat sign, then your measures count would be off from the other sections. So we make it uniform across the board. So you just have the same first and second ending, which is okay. 160, you have a C sharp on the G string, a high 3, then a regular 3 on the D string, and an F sharp accidental, high 2 on D. And then we're back to 162, which should look very familiar. We will deal with that next week, although I bet most of you can sight read it. It's almost identical to the beginning of the piece. But that's it. This little section, it's a little bit tricky to put together to get all of those notes, but it's very, very short. So we'll work through this section together in class. I'll play it for you one more time, and then I'll leave you on your own to work on it before the next day one. I'll play it with the first ending, repeat back, and then do it with the second ending. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 2, 2. And back. 1, 2, 2, 2. High 3. Excellent. So that is the tempo I would expect you to be able to do it, but you can go through this slowly. Again, super short section of music, so you can really focus on those parts that might be giving you a hard time and work to perfect it before I see you on the next day one. All right, and then next day one, we will all work together to fit every section, every instrument together. Thanks so much for watching your Skill Builder. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in class.